Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. This is a revolutionary idea that I had because I was thinking about it because one of my friends didn't have the tank that I normally use in Tier 3 long haul mission runs. We were going to play long haul missions, Tier 3, and I was going to use my Sexton artillery, and then I, knew that he did not have a Thresher, which is a terrific tank to use, one of the best actually. And then we did some, and I realized, you don't have any really good Tier 3 tanks. He's like, nope, you're right, I don't. He's got a lot of great tanks at other tiers, but for some reason he has a Chi-Hob, which is a sad and inferior attempt to substitute a Thresher with it. And then it came to me. I said, well, do you have a T-127? He's like, no, I do not. I go, that tank is actually quite good. That's what you're looking at here. And this is the key. But before we go forward, if you enjoy this video, please leave a like for it. It'll help other people see it. Please subscribe. That will also help other people see my videos, and you're going to see even further videos of the kind of extra special thinking that goes into this game from time to time, from myself or from other players. And the key thing is that the T-127 has something that the Thresher does not. Actually, the T-127 has a couple of things that Thresher does not. It's slightly faster. It's comparable in performance. And it also has a little bit extra hit points. But the real key thing that it has that the Thresher doesn't have is silver bonus. Let me show you. Silver bonus for this tank is 31. Now that's not earth-shattering, but the Thresher has a 0 silver bonus. The Thresher is tremendous. The armor is a little bit better than the T-127, but it's not better by much. And the thing is, this is the key thing for most players, is that the T-127's silver bonus means you're going to make money in this tank playing long haul missions, while in the Thresher, if you want to play the full power of victories, you're going to lose money. You need the 31% to be able to afford the gold repair, which you see that I have here, which will make you more powerful in your matches. So that was my observation, and I've seen it executed quite well. And then his idea was like, look, why don't you run the T-127? And he had a Sexton artillery. He said he'll run the Sexton artillery. I go, okay, I'll do it, and I'll show you just how great it is. And that was a great idea on his part. That way he can physically see me execute. Now the thing is, I'm obviously a better artilleryman than him, but he's also obviously a better combat tank fighter than me. So whatever I do, he's going to do that and more, essentially, when the opportunity presents itself. So I said, sure, no problem. I'll do it, and I'll give you a result that's so good that it'll make him stand up and take notice, because we know that he's better at combat than I am. That's not even debatable. So I'm like, no problem. The key thing about this, before I'm going to tell you now, this tank is on sale in the store, and I thought it was like a 1,200 gold tank. He said it was on sale for 30% off It was 840 gold. At that price, this is an absolute steal of a deal. And you're going to see in the game that we played why it's a steal of a deal. So let me get the replay for you. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to get the replay for you yet. I'm going to do a comparison between these tanks. Between the T-127 and the Thresher. Now, one of the things, just look at the penetration. Thresher, 62, 115 for premium, 24 for heat, which I never use. So my concern is 62 and 115. The Thresher penetration is a little bit better than the T-127. So that means the Thresher will do better against guys like Tier 4s. The T-127 is probably going to have problems against the Matilda or those heavy armored guys. Okay, so that's a fair comparison. Damage 60 per shot, 47 on the T-127. Again, Thresher is a little more powerful offensively. Hit points, 218 for the Thresher, 250 for the T-127. Speed, as it sits right now, 43 for the T-127. Thresher's the same speed. It feels better in the T-127. That's just me. It felt better that way. Vision 389 and still concealment 326. We have 389 and 320. So a little, that's basically a draw on that one. Now, objectively in combat, the Thresher is a little better because of its offensive powers. I thought that the control, the handling of the T-127 was a little better. Now, what I need to look at, I want to double check on it because that turret, I don't know. I want to check this turret here. Yeah, it's a little bit different. I want to check the turret rotation speed. Let's look at this. Turret rotation speed of the T-127 is basically 51 degrees per second. Reload is faster on the T-127 at 1.81. Let's go look at the Thresher. Turret rotation, that's what I thought, 42. So the T-127 has better turret rotation. And the reload time is slower than the T-127. So, they're very comparable, but they each have some positives and negatives. But again, the Thresher, there's no bonuses. There's no free experience bonus, and there's no silver bonus, which is the key. So it's very comparable, but the problem is the Thresher loses money badly. What's the gun accuracy? 33 on the Thresher. And let's go look at the, T-127. 34. Tomato. They're almost identical. Thresher's a hair better. The turret rotation, though, is better on the T-127. But essentially speaking, what you're going to see is that there are tanks that the Thresher could kill that the T-127 basically cannot kill due to its inferior gun. But that's the only real negative. The fact that it's really pretty awesome. And I had an awesome result. Now, the Thresher is a legend. I only played like 2 games in this T-127. And I'm going to show you the very first game I ever played in this tank. And that is in itself going to show you how great it is. The Thresher is a contract tank that basically you get for free when the contract becomes available. The problem is that contract is not available, and this tank is on sale for an absolute giveaway price of 840 gold. This is the best tank you can buy today, because this is a tank that's literally going to make you gold by running this on long haul missions to get your free key cards. That's free gold, and free gold equals free tanks. So the Thresher is great. and objectively slightly better than the T-127. But the T-127 has some killer attributes, and that's the thing that you're going to see in the video that I'm going to show you. Now, let me go get you the replay. Welcome to Corellia. All right. Basic stuff. We are in a Tier 3 and Tier 2 match. So this tank is one of the better tanks in the match, apparently. Let's actually look at this. T-127, I'm 4th from the top, so that's very good. As a light tank, the Thresher will be right in the same vicinity. Now, objectively, when I talk about Tier 3 tanks, I say the Thresher is about a 3.7, maybe a 3.6. This tank I would rank as about a 3.5. So it's better than most Tier 3s. You know, you have weak Tier 3s and strong Tier 3s, and this is one of the strong ones. T1E6. And I'm staying in easy range of him. The handling of this turret and the way this tank drives is fantastic. So this is an underappreciated jewel that's available. Like I said, this will be the best tank you could buy. Even if you're just a relatively new player, this would be the best use of 840 gold you could have, period. This tank will produce results. I got another one. Now this is a mixed match where you have 3s and 2s. So I should be crushing, and I did. But I'm going to show you a brief clip from another match as well. Specifically fighting a Tier 4. We're losing this match. There's my friend. He's the artillery. Like, no problem. I saw there's a guy headed in his direction, so I'm coming back to defend him first. And then we'll reestablish. There he is. He killed him, which was fantastic. So we're back to even. They got 2 3s and we have 3 3s. Now they're screwed. And one of our 2s is an E6. You know, T1 E6X1. We just call those E6s. That's a very good tank. It's the one I killed because I got behind him and he didn't realize the power that he was facing. You gotta watch out for falling in the one fall in the hole. What is this? Oh, it's an M14. No chance, buddy. I've got better armor, probably a better gun. I don't know about that. But my better armor was big time a problem for him. Up by 1, no problem. Top is over there with his artillery, wreaking some havoc. Our E6 made a kill, and then, oh, actually they killed each other. So E6 is a T2. It's a vicious T2. You know, I'd rank that about a 2.7 or 2.8. It's almost a 3. This guy's really annoying. Top killed another guy, a T-26, fantastic. Yeah, you're screwed, buddy. Scram, chump. That was a robot I just killed. They have 1 guy left. Their artillery, he's got no shot. It will take basically almost a miracle for him to get me. To be honest, I need to adjust this tank and take off the vision. And I need to replace it with powertrain for extra speed. That's what I think. Okay, I want you guys to understand this. This is the very first time I've played this tank. 5 kills in BP. Now granted, it was a mixed 2 and 3 match, which makes it a little bit easier than a straight 3 match or a mixed 3 and 4. This was the easiest level of match that I was going to ever face in this tank. So I'm not, hiding the fact that this would, of the 3 possible matches, a 2 and 3 mixture is the easiest, a straight 3 would be the medium, and the hard would be the 3/4. Okay, so this dominated in the 2 and 3 combo, no problem. We're gonna, keep it honest. I'm not here to pump up myself. I don't need to pump myself up. Just speak the truth. That in itself pumps you up. So, terrific tank. You saw it was just smooth. It was just smooth as silk. But I'm thinking now retrospectively I had enhanced vision. And, extra speed would be a little bit better. So, 5 kills, 800 damage. Very good. 733 blocked is very good for a tier 3. No question. Cool-headed. Survive at least 10 ricochets. That's my better armor. Duelist, kill 2 guys that damaged you. Fighter, kill 4 or 5 guys. If you get 6, you get a top gun. But I didn't get 6, so. Fire for effect, cause more damage than my hit points. Shell-proof, total block damage exceeding your armor. Your hit point total. I did that. Like about almost 3 to 1. Master Gunner, 5 armor penetrating hits in a row. First class mastery badge on the very first time I ever played this tank. It's that good. Now, the thing is, this tank is great. Oh, I have the engine on there. Oh, in that case, I was incorrect in that evaluation. I thought I needed the engine. Well, I could add gasoline. The thing is here, my analysis is that on the beginning of a tank, I go with gold repair, rations for the crew performance, and medicine as default. If I don't take a lot of crew damage, I'll swap the medical pack for gasoline to give me better turret rotation and better speed. That's what I'm leaning towards at this point. But this tank had a terrific performance. Okay, now what I'm going to show you is a match we played where we were in a mixed 3 and 4 lobby. And this will be the hardest match that the T-127 is ever going to face, because you're going to see tier 4 tanks. And I'm going to show you what happened when I fought a tier 4 tank, which you need to see to really give you an idea of just how useful this tank is or is not to you. I say it's super useful, but I'm just going to show you the clip of this, not the whole game, because that really isn't necessary. All right, we're in Himmelsdorf. So I'm taking this tank upstairs to go to the castle in the sky and see what can happen there, and I'll react to that in general. Now that's what I was doing when I was going up the hill. What happens is I end up facing a tier 4 Panzer IIIJ, which clearly outclasses this tank. Objectively, now that I think about it after the fact, what I should have done really was I did damage on this guy. I should have run away from him and then, try to do something else. But I stayed and fought because I was having good success. But that's okay because this is a very useful lesson in using this tank. I'm here just patrolling to clear this to make sure nothing happens. And maybe if it's all clear, I might go to the enemy base and, go get the artillery. Okay, that's the Panzer 3J. He's not even reacting to me. I'm just drilling it. And I'm using regular bullets. I didn't even use premiums. Not a great idea, because in this game I did not know about my relative damage. We killed each other, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This guy basically took out their strongest tank. They had one tier 4 and we had one tier 4. Now ours is gone, but so is theirs. So I took out their most powerful tank, which helped us win this match. But objectively, I probably should have got the heck out of there and used my speed to a different result. Now, he's actually faster than me, so can't really outrun him. But I could have gone down the hill and made his life a little more difficult, maybe escaped him. Who knows? But in the end, I took out their most powerful tank one-on-one. I traded a tier 3 for a tier 4. That was a good deal for us, and we ended up winning, so that's fine. But that's what I wanted you to see. So this is the result of that match, and my partner top in artillery, second place. An excellent result, no question about it. So what you have seen is the full evaluation of this bargain tank that is a bargain not just for the cheap price, but for the effectiveness. I'm thinking that as a long-term, long-haul option, this is just one of the killer tanks you can get, because you'll make money over time. I made a net profit yesterday running this tank. Not a lot of money, but my Thresher loses a ton of money because of the premiums that I need to kill people. So it's one of those things. Is the Thresher objectively better on the battlefield? The answer is yes, slightly. It's one weakness. Well, it's two weaknesses. There's no silver bonus, so you lose money. Those are the things. No silver bonus means you're going to lose money in the Thresher often. Or you're going to try and kill guys with the regular bullets, which takes longer. So you're not going to have as decisive of a battle results. Your battles are going to take longer. You're going to make less kills. Now, in the Thresher, my personal best kill is 10. Now, in this tank, my personal best is 5, because to this point, I've only played it 3 times. But the first one being 5 is in itself demonstrating this is a tremendous offensive threat. Now, I don't think this is really going to be a 10-kill guy. You know, it might top out at 7 or 8, which is terrific. All right, that, you know, if you make 5 kills, you played awesome. Okay. If your best kill streak in any tank is 5, that is nothing to be ashamed of. You played awesome. Now, there are better players out there in certain tanks or whatever, and who have done better than me. Great, no problem. Doesn't bother me a bit. I'm not comparing myself to them. I'm playing to help my team win games. If that means I can win with 1 kill like this last game, fine. If I have to get 10 kills, okay, fine too, whatever. So don't make the mistake of comparing yourself improperly to others. The job that this tank is designed to do is to win long haul matches by giving you the top 7 positioning. You'll make money doing it. You might not make a lot of money, but you'll be net positive, and that's the key. So a net positive result works for me, man. Like I said, I could use the gasoline boost for speed is going to cut 10,000 into my cash. My 5 kill game was a 19,000 silver game, so that would cost me 10 more grand. So I would have made like 9,000 silver in a 5 kill game, which is fine. If I kill 5 guys in a thresher, I'm not making money. I'm still losing money. So that, that's the thing. It's just one of those deals that you have to experiment with it a little bit. What happens when you kill 2 and 3 guys? You're making money? If that's the answer, it's awesome. But the thing is, the price is so cheap, and the fact that the Thresher is a contract-only tank, that the contract is not available, that if you're just buying this tank to hold you over until you get the Thresher, that would still be terrific, because this tank is going to cash in long-haul missions faster than other tanks, and that's the key. You need a tier 2 or a tier 3 fast rollover tank for matches. You want to roll over as many matches per hour. In my artillery, my sexton, I average about 10 matches per hour. I tested it a couple days ago. I did 10 games, and I looked at it and go, oh, it was like 62 minutes for 10 matches in my artillery. I'm like, man, that's basically 10 an hour. A couple of those matches went a little bit longer. So some go longer, some are shorter, whatever. The ballpark is about 10 in the sexton. This match here that we played was like a 5-minute match. So that was fine. Again, this would be at 5 minutes a match, you're going to get 10 to 12 an hour, depending. You're going to get some quickies. You're going to get some, longer ones. But ballpark, you're going to say about 10 an hour is fine. That's terrific. But it's easy to play, very good all around. Like I said, the 840 gold price is an absolute steal for a tank of this value on the battlefield. It was tremendous. Now, another thing, I have another game, if you look on my channel, where I played with a Swiss friend of mine. And he was using this tank after I suggested it to him. And he was awesome in that tank, and that's one of the things that was in my mind going, man, dude, this guy was awesome. He killed 4 games in the first match that we played together after I suggested using it. So that game is on here in my channel. It was a couple weeks ago. This tank, my experience with this tank is highly positive. I highly recommend this. If you're running a standard tech tree tank for long haul missions, I say get 840 gold and go buy this tank, and it's going to rake it in for you. But that's just based on what I've done and what I've seen. You'll have to make your own decision. But this sale runs until the 13th, which is Monday. So Monday night, late, when it switches over for Tuesday, it'll be the end of the sale, 30% off. Jump all over this tank. Do what you have to do to get it. So, work on your long hauls if that's what it takes. Get those cards, get the long hauls, get their free gold, do whatever. This tank is a freaking money maker, and it will help you in long haul missions over time, because you're going to go faster and you're going to win more games, and that's the key. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I think this was really important. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please tell your friends so they can see this and they can take advantage of this sale as well. And maybe they'll like and subscribe too. Who knows? It was really great to be here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again. I got more videos that are coming. I'll see you then.